Usually you count down.
I had to do it on the spot.
All right, thank you so much for tuning in. We are here getting ready to start Game 4 of this Division III Southwest Senior Girls Regionals here at the David McMullen Gymnasium in Harvey, New Brunswick. Looking to bring you a matchup between the Southern Victoria Vikings and the Hartland Huskies.
And these teams were ranked first and second in the Western Conference this year, so should be a close match. Don't know the match history. Obviously, Southern Victoria must have done better if they are the #1 seed.
We know coming into today in these regional standings, Southern Vic is 1-0 as they beat Sam Desham in a couple of close sets in Game 2. Hartland dropped their first game and the first game of the morning against Harvey. That one wasn't particularly close, but they are definitely looking to make a statement here and kind of get themselves in the win column as Southern Vic looks to extend their record to 2-0.
Yeah, if you're looking to make it to the Final Four next weekend, you can't afford to lose this match. 2 matches, and you're probably done for. You're going to need to go probably 3-1 to advance the next weekend. So a second loss would be quite possibly the final blow.
Yeah. At that point, you'd be crossing your fingers for a tiebreaker, and the way Harvey's been playing, I don't think you can count on them to drop many and drop into a tie-break position. So, yeah, both teams really looking for a win here.
Yeah, these two teams and Samuel Desham playing, I have a feeling are going to be all quite close, all of their matchups. So there could be a chance for a 3-way tie there, something to happen, but time will tell.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it as we have our referee, Mr. Larry Boudreau, stepping up to the head referee position. And Aislinn Shriver is playing, is going to be our second referee. Sorry, we're just getting an update thanks to Charlie Gregory and his mother who is sending us some updates. Harvey has won their 2 sets against Fundy. Scores 25-20 and 26-24. So the senior boys really getting some close matchups down in Woodstock. They do play the host team, Woodstock, at 1 p.m., which would probably determine first place in that pool.
Yeah, so they finished in the top 2, almost for certainly, barring some weird tiebreak scenario.
Yeah.
So that would guarantee them a spot in the semifinal and a chance to be playing next weekend at the Final Four for the boys. So hopefully both Harvey teams can make it to next weekend. That'd be a big accomplishment.
Yeah, for sure. Starting off for your Vikings, number 9, Allison Dixon. Number 7, Olivia Fillmore. Number 5, Taylor Williams. In the back row, number 15, Kaylee St. Peter. The libero, number 13, Matea Purley. And Aaliyah Purley, number 24. Rounding it out, we'll get you the Huskies lineups as the game goes on. It is number 2, Jade Shaw, starting things off with a serve. Fielded by Fillmore and falls. So the Huskies get the first point. Jade Shaw is joined on the court by libero, I believe that is Christine Culberson.
Yeah, Christine Culberson.
Hard to tell between the 1 and the 7 sometimes. Also, Tessa Dickinson. Up front, we have Brooke Burgoyne, as well as a couple other girls who are obscuring their numbers at the moment, but we'll get you those numbers as soon as we can. Nice hit by Fillmore.
We saw her earlier in the day. Definitely the Vikings' best hitter.
Yep. Vikings don't go for too many of those hits, opting for just solid positional play and volleys and bumps, but when they do, it is often Fillmore who goes up. Here's Dixon, first serve of the day, first serve of the game rather, for the Vikings. Net touch there as Larry Boudreau catches that from his referee's perch. So the Vikings get the point. They're up 2-1 here in the early going. Here's Dixon again. We'll keep an eye on her routine as it goes on. Fielded by Hallie Markey. Sent over by Josie Lawrence. Good dig by Dixon trying to keep it alive, but unfortunately that falls out of bounds.
Hard fall there, but
yeah, we heard that from up here. It's a loud one. Brooke Burgoyne is back to serve. Gets that over nicely. Aaliyah Purley with the dig, and a bit of miscommunication there from the Vikings. Ball falls between about 3 or 4 different eligible players.
Yeah, I think that should have been number 5, Taylor Williams' ball there. She's typically the setter, so.
Nice serve from Burgoyne. So that falls between Aaliyah and Matea Purley. Burgoyne looking to get on a bit of a run early and extend this 2-point lead. Another good hit from Burgoyne. That's kept alive by Fillmore, sent over by Taylor Williams. Jade Shaw with the set now.
Ooh.
There's a nice hit from Hallie Markey. Vikings respond though, they keep it alive. Sent over by Lawrence. Good dig, here's Lawrence again with a hit for Ellie Orser. Sends that to the back row. Dixon can't quite send it to a friend, so after that extended rally, it is the Huskies coming away with the point. They're up 5-2. Here's Brooke Burgoyne again. A nice serve. Aaliyah Purley with the dig, keeping that alive. There's Josie Lawrence at the front of the net, sending it over, and supported by Ellie Orser there. Huskies get the point again, 6-2.
Yeah, we are just working a few little glitches here with our scoreboard. As Mr. White said, it is 6-2 for Hartland.
We'll keep you informed as the game goes on. 6-3 now as Burgoyne has her run broken up. And she checks onto the bench as Christine Culverson, the libero for the Huskies, will check in.
3. All right, we're up to date now on the scoreboard.
Okay.
All good. Sorry, we had Samuel de Champlain listed there for a brief time.
Oh, that was probably my bad. I think I gave Tiana Arnold the wrong team. That's my mistake. There's St. Peter keeping it alive, and Obey, bit of a misfire on the volley. Oh, I guess that was a 4th hit as well, so Vikings kind of misplaying that as a team. Here's Hallie Markey now. Looking to extend the 4-point lead. Jump serve. Came strong, but a little low. So that catches a teammate in the arm and will not clear the net. Here is Taylor Williams. In the first game, we did see her checking out a little bit for a teammate to come off the bench and serve, but she serves this one. Shaw sending it to the back row. Nice work by the Huskies. Shaw in that setter's position, trying to catch the Vikings unaware, and found a nice spot in the back corner.
Yeah, Vikings were definitely expecting a set to a teammate for a hit there. Shaw caught them napping.
So 8-4 here for Hartland. We do know, at some points in their regular season, Southern Vic finished ahead of this team, but they might have been some close games. So Leah Purley responding for the Vikings. Shaw with the set this time. Orser getting a nice hit. Obey has hands on that to keep it alive. She sends it over again. Here's Lawrence back to Shaw. Orser with a nice hit. Dixon keeps that alive. Obey at the front of net, punches it over. Markey keeping it alive to Shaw. Finds Tessa Dixon. Sorry, that is Tessa Dickinson on the Huskies, but responded to by Allison Dixon, wearing number 9 for the green and gold, who ultimately scores the point for her squad.
That ball landing right on the little metal hole where the badminton net goes. We've seen all season. That's a dangerous spot to hit it. If your team doesn't communicate well, that's a hole.
Service misfire there by Callie St. Peter, so the Huskies get the ball back. So they've maintained a slight lead here in the early going. There's Ellie Orser, a bit of a service run-up. Caught Taylor Williams and Olivia Fillmore by surprise. Orser scores. If I remember right in that first game, she also had a similar kind of run-up to the serve. There it is again. Callie St. Peter this time keeping it alive. Taylor Williams with the hit, and Olivia Fillmore sends it over from the back row. Taken by Burgoyne. Shaw now with the set. Dickinson with a big hit. That had the power, but unfortunately arced a little high and out. So it is the Vikings recording the point as Adriana Obey back to serve. She had a few service runs, including one to end the second set and win it for the Vikings against Sam Desham earlier. We'll see if she can go on another run and get her team back into this. Good start. So your score is 10-7 now. Vikings trail by 3. Zobe again, nice serve, fielded by Markey. Jade Shaw puts it up. Markey again will get it over. Dixon elects to play. Dixon again, sending it back. Markey, volley, Jade Shaw. And the libero Culberson sends it over. Fillmore responding. Culberson again responding for the Huskies. Here's Burgoyne with the hit. That'll end it down into the net. So Obey hangs on to the service. Here she is again, looking for 3 in a row.
Oh.
That's... Oh, nice work by the Huskies. Almost kept it alive. Josie Lawrence hit it high. I think that was Hallie Markey who ran in the back corner to get it. Lawrence again from the back row. Couldn't quite angle it over. So here's Obey again.
Oh.
Ooh. Tenacious play there by the Huskies. Dickinson diving up from the back row. She might have caught that with her face, I think, but kept it alive, but couldn't quite send it over. Here's Obey. She's tied things up. Looking to take the lead now for Southern Vic. Dickinson over to Shaw. It'll be Burgoyne with the send over. Here's Lawrence for the Huskies. Shaw putting it up again. And Dickinson sending. County St. Peter is there, and Dixon with a bit of misdirection. Dickinson responding. St. Peter to Dixon. Olivia Fillmore sends it over. Here's Jade Shaw looking back corner. Adriana Obey backtracking, can't get there in time.
That's twice now we've seen Shaw take matters into her own hands from that setter position.
Yeah.
Teammates weren't getting that big spike or hit. Decided, I'm just going to try and end this point myself.
Yeah. And well done. I think she spaced them out enough that the Vikings cheat up when they see her in that center position. But you can't do it too often. Otherwise, you lose that element of surprise.
Nice block there at the net by Shaw, too. She's doing it all right now for them. Even tying her shoe.
All ready to go now. As referee Larry Boudreau whistles play in. Nice serve by Dickinson. So Dixon can't quite keep it alive for the Vikings. We should also take a moment to thank our minor officials. We've got Holly Henry flipping the score chart, and it is Alice Vautour who is rotated in to work that scoreboard. Or scorecard, I should say. So hit from Fillmore, mistimed a little. That angles down into the net and onto her side. Fourth hit anyways, I guess, as referees Boudreau and Shriver make that call. So Tessa Dixonson on a bit of a run for the Huskies, but there's that announcer's curse. That falls out of bounds. And it will be the Huskies serving now. Here's Aaliyah Purley. It's work by Purley. Fielded by Dickinson out of bounds. So 14-12 is the score as Aaliyah Purley looks to bite into this 2-point lead. Nice serve from Purley. It's fielded by Lawrence over to Shaw. Markey with a big hit. And that goes out of bounds. Good discipline there by the Vikings. And here's Purley looking to tie things up now. Markey fielding, gets it over to Shaw. Setting up for Brooke Burgoyne, and that hit will also go out of bounds. Huskies having a bit of trouble staying within the lines.
Yeah,
It's cost them their lead.
Yeah, they're going for a lot of big hits. We saw earlier the Vikings, that's not really their game. Hartland more so it is. Struggling right now, a little bit too much power on their hits though.
Yeah. Southern Vic, as you mentioned, yeah, they seem content to just try to field the ball well with technique and let your opponent make the mistakes. And it's working out, well, mixed results, I guess, because Hartland does have a 1-point lead, but...
Nice play there by Markey there. She took a little bit off of that hit smartly. Vikings couldn't handle it.
So nice serve by Lawrence. Matea Purley in the libero jersey can't quite field that for the Vikings.
Yeah, this set certainly has the feel of both teams getting at least into the 20s, I would say.
Yeah, Southern Vic has already played some close sets with Sam Desham today. Hartland's first game was not quite as close, so nice to see them a lot more in this one, as that service by Shaw is good. Here's Dixon putting it up. Fillmore winning that net front battle, but still alive. Dickinson, what a dig by number 8 of the Huskies, keeping that alive.
Oh.
Tough break though, as the Vikings ultimately score. Dickinson, I don't think anyone thought that ball was going to stay in play, but she made it almost to her own bench to keep that alive and send it back in. Here's Allison Dixon again, who I believe started off the service, so we're all the way through the service order once. Jade Shaw sends it over on the third hit, but Dixon is there. Callie St. Peter, often the server's position herself, opts to send it over. Here's Fillmore, catches the top of the net. As Brooke Burgoyne, Ellie Orser checks in, and Christine Culberson checks out. It is Brooke Burgoyne wearing number 6 for the Huskies back to serve. There's a service fielded by Allison Dixon. Callie St. Pierre puts it up. Taylor Williams will send it over. That's fielded by Dickinson. Shaw over to Markey with a big hit. Aaliyah Purley keeps it alive. Dickinson out from the sidelines, but that hits, was that the pole or the red
antenna?
Marker?
I don't know if that hit it hit something over there.
Yeah.
Bounce back.
Bounce back, either way. Referee Aislinn Scriver making that far sideline call. 18-15 your score. Huskies up by 3 here in the late stages of this first set. Third hit by Taylor Williams is good. Nice hit by Hallie Markey. Good work by Markey. Southern Vic pinballs that around and ultimately out of bounds. So the timeout called. Coaches Diana Allen, Benjamin D, and Wendy Dixon will corral the Vikings. Big energy from Hartland. Yeah, Huskies should be pleased with where they are right now, I think.
Yeah, 19-15, 6 points away from the set. Maybe it's a bit of an upset, maybe not.
Yeah.
These teams look pretty even. Huskies definitely hitting the ball better right now.
Yeah.
And they're the more aggressive team. If they can just harness that power, I think they can close out and win this first set. Don't want to be too aggressive. Want to be smart. Place it in a good spot with a little bit of power.
Yeah.
Focus on the accuracy.
There we go. Big energy coming out of that Huskies huddle. And we'll see if coaches Allen D and Dixon on the Huskies, or on the Vikings side rather, were able to change up any defensive strategies. So we got the Vikings kind of 4 right in the back and 2 up in the net front. Here's Dixon looking for a set. Taylor Williams with the hit, fielded by Dickinson. Jade Shaw gets it over to Chelsea Lawrence, who wound up for a hit but caught the top of the net. So timeout paid off for the Huskies, who take the first point. Here's Fillmore, capable of some strong serves. Dickinson up to Jade Shaw. Ellie Orser with a nice hit, but Dixon with a good dig to keep that alive. Callie St. Peter over to Taylor Williams. Can't quite clear the net. And Josie Lawrence was there either way, so might not have made a difference. He's got wiping the ball maybe.
A little bit of sweat on there, I think.
Yeah, could be. It is a warm day here in Harvey and in the David Mullen Gymnasium.
That could be an underrated factor today, you know. Most of these girls are not used to playing all season in the heat.
Yeah, especially so many games. This will be probably the most minutes of volleyball most of these teams have played all year.
Stamina could be a factor today.
Here's Hallie Markey. Her team up 21-16. Hartland in the driver's seat. Nice serve by, but might have crossed the line, I believe. Larry Boudreau making that call.
Yeah, if any part of that foot touches the red line, automatically point over.
It's the danger of those jump serves. You gotta be very precise. Here's Taylor Williams. The service, it does go out of bounds. So we get that call. Looks pretty close.
Oh, that looked in for sure, I thought.
Tough to make those calls, but no, ultimately, Boudreau and Scriver sending the ball back to the Huskies.
It'd be interesting to see the instant replay on that one.
Yeah, Josie Lawrence will get it. We need one of those sky cams where you can just zoom in, get the top-down angle. It's fielded by Williams. Over to Callie St. Pierre, and Ellie Orser sends it over, and it looks like someone wearing green was a little too close to the. Nope, sorry.
It was Ellie Orser.
It was Ellie Orser who touched the net there. Tough break.
She was a little disappointed in herself. Maybe saw a bad word from her.
Here's Callie St. Peter sending it over with a serve. Jade Shaw. Oh, nice little back set over from Shaw. Dixon with a serve, and a big hit from Obey. That's kept alive by Culberson.
Oh.
And Markey and Lawrence can't get there in time for the Huskies. So 22-19, Vikings starting to cut into this lead. Here's St. Peter again. Service is low. And so things come over to the hands of Ellie Orser. Her team 2 points away from victory in this first set. 23-19 is the score. Comes with the wind-up. It's fielded by Taylor Williams. Sent up by Olivia Fillmore. Dixon will send it. Ellie Orser from the back keeps it alive, but falls a little too close to the net and rolls under. So it is the Huskies getting the ball back. These crucial late stages. Adriana Obey, one of their strongest servers.
Oh.
Markey takes that in the face, but it's still alive. Dickinson sending it to the back row. Catches Obey on the back foot, but she still keeps it alive herself. Here's Jade Shaw with the set. Brooke Burgoyne looking back row. Obey, rather, with the pass. Here's Aaliyah Purley with that hit. Nice net front play from Olivia Fillmore. We saw a lot of those in game 2, but hadn't seen it too much tonight. Vikings needed that.
Yeah.
23-21.
Vikings really deserve that point, too, because I'm pretty sure Markey had 2 hits on that serve reception. Hit her in the arm and then in the face. Ref didn't call it. Thankfully, the Vikings won the point anyway.
Here's Josie Lawrence trying to keep it alive, and again, Fillmore. Some clutch play in front of the net for Southern Victoria. And it's Obey again cutting into this deficit and looking to tie things up.
Ooh.
There's Markey over to Jade Shaw, who sends it over. Fillmore. There's a hit in response. And with that, yeah, definitely time for a timeout. Kelsey McInnes and Sarah Lord, the coaches for the Huskies, are going to reel things in with their girls. 23-23. Can't ask for a closer game than this.
Cannot. What was it, 23-19 when the Vikings got the serve?
I think so. And again, Adriana Obey, and if I remember correctly, if we go back in the stat sheet, she did have a couple of runs in game 2. And
she's definitely the person you want to have at this point of the set. So
certainly. And I think the Vikings have placed her actually kind of towards the end of the service order, which is an interesting strategy, but paying off well as they dig themselves a bit of a hole, but Purley does well to, Obey does well to keep them into things. Here come the Vikings. It is Obey with the ball on her hands. She needs 2 to close this one out. Huskies do not want to let them take this. 23-23. Here's Adriana Obey. Says over, out of bounds, tough break. But great if you're a Huskies fan, so we have set points for the Hartland squad. Ball is on the hands now of Tessa Dickinson. Serve is good, fielded by Williams, sent up by St. Pierre. Fillmore will send it over. Burgoyne gets it over to Shaw for a nice set. Markey with the hit, but Adriana Obey keeps that alive. Here's Fillmore looking for Dixon. Back row to Dickinson for the Huskies. Shaw puts it up. Burgoyne looks back row. Adriana Obey, nice work keeping that in play. Dickinson to Fillmore again. Dig from Lawrence. Can't quite get there, so we're going into extra points. 24-24 is the score. You do need at least a 2-point lead to win. So this is not set point. Vikings need 2.
Good call from the Huskies bench there.
Yeah. Christine Culberson was ready to play that. You can see her thanking her teammates profusely. And now we do have set point.
Yeah, she's blowing kisses to the bench.
It's not over yet, though. Jade Shaw needs a point here. Aaliyah Purley trying to keep it alive. Cannot, so the Huskies take the first one. 26-24 in what I believe is a bit of an upset. Certainly the Huskies very pleased with themselves, and Vikings a little stunned as they go to the lines. And we get a rotation here. Either way, great set of volleyball. Good back and forth action. As we'll get ready for this second set. If you're just joining us, Lakers are in the lead right now. They're the only team that is 2-0 in round robin play. The Vikings rather are going to try to join them, but they'll need 2 sets here. Lakers beat the Huskies in game 1 and took care of business against the John Caldwell Golden Knights in game 3. It was the Vikings coming up ahead against the Samuel de Champlain Jaguars in game 2. And so here in game 4, we'll see how it all turns out.
Yeah, the Vikings backed up against the wall now. Potential trip to the Final Four next weekend could be on the line here. These two teams very well may be second and third at the end of the day, so the winner of this match could end up being the team that gets to play next weekend. A lot of games still to happen, a lot can happen, but this is a neutral observer. That would be my analysis.
Yeah, especially based on the seeding and previous results that we've seen.
Samuel de Champlain and John Caldwell may also have something to say about that.
Yeah, and they'll get their chance later on as the game goes on. Make sure you keep tuned in here to the Harvey Lakers YouTube channel all day long. We got volleyball going, scheduled to go until at least 8:15. That's when the last serve, or the first serve of Game 10 is scheduled. We have been working through at a pretty quick pace, though.
Yeah, our next game is scheduled to start at 2 p.m., but depending on how this match goes, it could be
close
at
to
least a half hour
1:30.
early.
Yeah.
So.
Nice for the girls, though, to get some time between sets, as I think it'll be the Lakers' third game in the first 5, as they will take on Samuel de Champlain coming up next. But we have at least one more set to play here, possibly 2. Teams very different stylistically, but appear to be relatively evenly matched in terms of skill, at least so far here.
Yeah, it would not be surprising at all for the Vikings to bounce back and win this second set and force a third set. So
the Vikings are coming in as the higher seeded team. As we see we do see pretty much the same lineup on the Huskies side, and it appears to be the same lineup on the Vikings side as well. Both teams with a few players on the bench, but this is where it's all on the line, so not surprising to see both sets of coaches. Diana Allen, Benjamin D, and Wendy Dixon for Southern Victoria, and Kelsey McInnes and Sarah Lord for the Huskies, both electing to put their strongest lineups out on the court. It will be the Vikings to start. We've got Allison Dixon. Getting ready. So the ball is up, and we have started play. Christine Culberson diving to keep that in play from the Huskies side, but that will fall out of bounds. So it is the Vikings striking first. Up 1-0. As Holly Henry, one of our minor officials, flips that over on the chart, and Alice Vautour makes a note on the official scorecard. Good hit by Brooke Burgoyne, kept alive by St. Peter, though. Matea Purley from the back row can't quite send it over in time. And so it is the Huskies on the board as well now. 1-1 here in the early going as Culberson checks out and Ellie Orser checks into the front row. Here's Brooke Burgoyne with a nice serve. Wearing a thumb guard, actually, I just noticed, but still manages to put some mustard behind that hit.
Oh, yeah.
There's Ellie Orser looking to send it over on the third hit, but couldn't quite get there with the right technique. Larry Boudreau calling a lift from his perch in the referee spot. Here's Olivia Fillmore, gets it. Ellie Orser with the diving play to keep it alive. Jade Shaw gets it back to a teammate. Good work by the Huskies. Sent over by Becca Hahn, wearing number 9. Here's Adriana Obey. Hahn again with the pass. There's Shaw setting it up for Lawrence. Punches it past Allison Dixon. 2-2 here. So we have a nice back and forth affair. Hallie Markey has the ball on her hands to serve. We should thank our team here as well. It is Tiana Arnold keeping track of things on the score, or on our scoreboard. Nolan Bongarier is behind the camera, and Ashton Little is working things at the console. There's Adriana Obey with the response. Jade Shaw over to Lawrence. Nice hit by Hahn in the back row. Aaliyah Purley is there. Dixon keeps it alive. Second hit sends over. Direct response from Hahn. Callie St. Peter sends it. Nice hit in the front from Ellie Orser. I think all 12 girls were watching that ball to see where it would land. No chance of a Viking getting there in time. You just got to hope that it's fallen on the right side of the line. If you're a Hartland fan, it did. They're up 3-2. Here's Hallie Markey with a bit of a run up. That serve is low. So 3-3, still all tied up here in the early going of this second set. Southern Vic needs a win here to stay alive. Hartland would love a win to close things out. Here's Taylor Williams with a nice serve. Josie Lawrence getting it over to Jade Shaw. Back to Lawrence again for a hit. Fielded well by Fillmore, though. Here's St. Pierre, and Obey again electing to send it over gently as opposed to a big hit. St. Pierre on the second hit. Nice work by St. Pierre. Might be taking a bit of a play out of Jade Shaw's book.
That did look like a Jade Shaw play, didn't it?
Yeah.
She's pushing for that back corner.
Found some space. Well done. Here's Taylor Williams again. Ball is up and over. Ellie Orser looking for a teammate. That will go out of bounds, though. So the Vikings opening up a 2-point lead. 5-3 here in the early going. Ball is up, and that will go out of bounds. It's Taylor, oh, sorry. Yep, no, that is Taylor Williams. Taylor Williams' serve falls out. Ball comes over to Josie Lawrence. Nice serve by Lawrence. Goes cross court. Catches Allison Dixon at a bad angle, but she does keep it alive. Here's Jade Shaw looking to set things up for the Huskies. Ellie Orser with the hit. Good dig by Fillmore keeping that alive. Here's Dixon now. St. Peter. Over to Adriana Obey looking back row, but we've got a whistle. Net touch. Someone in a Huskies jersey was too close. Not sure who.
I think that was number 4, Ellie Orser.
Tough
She's
break.
a little confused, though. Doesn't think she touched it.
Here's Callie St. Peter. Looking to build on this 2-point lead. There's a nice serve. Markey fields it, though. Shaw back to Markey for a back row hit. That just gets over, but Dixon is there. Here's Obey looking for Dixon again. Markey with the pass up to Jade Shaw.
Oh.
Big wind up by Becca Hahn and looking to hit, but misfires there. So the Huskies will record the point. They're up 3 points now, 7-4. Here's St. Peter again. Markey over to Shaw, and Culberson from the back row will send it over. Nice work by Williams keeping it alive, but that falls right at the feet of referee Larry Boudreau. So 7-5 now, as Culberson checks out and Brooke Burgoyne is in the front. Here's Ellie Orser with the big service wind up. Nicely done. Taylor Williams can't corral that. So 7-6 is the score. Ellie Orser looking to tie things up. She goes back for the serve. That came strong, but caught the top of the net. So we're all tied up now as Orser checks back out to the bench, and Culberson is in the back row. There's the ever-dangerous Adriana Obey. Well, might be a bit of an announcer's curse there as that struck the front of the net. At least it's nice to know it doesn't just apply to Harvey players. We can't say nice things about anyone, I guess. Becca Hahn now. fielded by Williams. Sent up by by St. Peter, and Fillmore with the third hit. Here's Jade Shaw over to Brooke Burgoyne, looking back row, pinball of the round, and ultimately out of play on the Vikings side. So we're all tied up. Big energy from the Hartland bench and court.
Shout out to Logan Fraser-Cole there, down low, getting that ball for the girls.
Always very helpful. Logan Fraser-Cole might be making notes of some strategies he could pass along to the middle school boys.
I would hope so.
Yeah, as they play on Wednesday and their season-ending jamboree. So Leah St. Peter recording the ace for the Vikings. That ball right on the sideline, but falling inside those red lines. Here she is again, looking to repeat it. Marky to Culberson, still alive. Becca Hand. Nice play. Huskies keep it alive. I don't think they were expecting that one.
Yeah, Hahn putting all the power she had to get that one back over the net.
She, I think, might have been almost out of bounds when she made it right at the back there. But cleared the net nicely.
Was fortunate not to hit herself in the head by the angle she took.
Olivia Fillmore, I believe, guilty of a net touch as she went up, so we're all tied up yet again. 10-10, another back and forth affair here from these two teams. Here's Jade Shaw with a nice service. Matea Perley fielding that. That will go out of bounds.
We'll have to put a little bookmark in that play by Hahn.
Yeah.
10-8 when it happened, so can kind of feel the momentum swinging.
Yeah. Huskies were definitely getting some energy from that big play. Here's Shaw again. They're on a 3-0 run since that big play. Dixon looks to stop that. That's fielded by Culberson over to Shaw. Big hit from Markey, falls out of bounds. It was close though.
Very
if that
close.
had fallen inbounds, I don't think the Vikings would have been there in position. Either way, all tied up 11-11. Here's Allison Dixon. I believe we're all the way through the service order once, as she is the starting server for the Vikings. That will go out of bounds. So Huskies get the ball with a 1-point lead. Brooke Burgoyne with that thumb guard. Got to imagine it might add a bit of power if you hit it in the right way, but
yeah, I'm not quite sure I've ever seen that before. I don't know if it's just a wrap for a sprained thumb or something, or what it is exactly, but that blue part definitely looks different.
Yeah. It could just be blue tape. I mean, you run out of certain colored athletic tape and you go for the blue, but yeah, now that I look at it, it seems to move pretty fluidly. It might just be blue tape. A little too much power on that, as that will fall out of bounds. 12-13 is your score.
I know there's some baseball players that wear a thumb guard when they are batting. I've never seen it in volleyball, but it may be.
The blue is conspicuous, because I know a lot of these girls have the white athletic tape. Jay Shaw sandwiching that at the front of the net there. Don't think I've seen the ball stop just like that.
No.
Yeah, kind of froze everyone on the court, but 13-all, we're all tied up. Here's Olivia Fillmore with a nice service, fielded by Markey. Jade Shaw getting there. Markey again with the back row hit. That's over to Allison Dixon. St. Peter puts it up. Taylor Williams with the hit, fielded again by Shaw. Ellie Orser with a nice hit. Aaliyah Purley keeping that alive. Here's Fillmore over to Obey, sending it over, but I think we have a double hit. Yeah, there's that spin on the ball. Catch that when the hands do not touch the ball simultaneously. So the Huskies get the point. Here's Hallie Markey. Sends it over, looking to extend this 1-point lead. Callie St. Peter will put it up. Obey sending it over, but Markey is there. Jade Shaw with the set. Big hit from Becca Han, and that catches the top of the net. Yeah, as we've mentioned, Hartland is the more aggressive team. Sometimes it pays off, but sometimes it doesn't. The misfires on those hits. Here's Taylor Williams now. Josie Lawrence dives to make contact. Sends it out of bounds on the Vikings side. So Williams will serve again. There it is by Williams. Good serve. Hallie Markey over to Shaw. Back to Markey for a back row hit, but Olivia Fillmore is there. Callie St. Peter looking back row. Good save by Culberson, the libero for the Huskies. Tough break by Markey. The back row hit catching the top of the net. So Taylor Williams on a little bit of a run. 16-14 is the score in favor of the Vikings. There's Ellie Orser diving. Can't quite get there in time. Kind of rolls off one arm and out of bounds. So Williams gets the ball back for the Vikings. Serve fielded by Markey. Here's Jade Shaw. Looks second hit, but Callie St. Peter is there. Here's Shaw again, opting for a more traditional serve. Setting up Ellie Orser, but that catches the top of the net. 18-14 is your score as we see Coach Kelsey McInnes checking that scoreboard.
Definitely contemplating a timeout here.
Yeah. Here's Williams again. Markey over to Jade Shaw. Ellie Orser with a nice hit, but Williams is there in the back row. Here's Dixon putting it up. Obey will send it. Markey with the pass. Here's Jade Shaw setting it up. Ellie Orser again, looking back corner, but that falls out of bounds. So, 5-point lead opened up by the Vikings late here in this second set. 19-14 is the score. Here's Williams, sends it over. Markey puts it up for Jade Shaw. Becca Hann opting for the volley over. It's Culberson to Shaw again. Dickinson had one-handed play. Orser can't quite get there in time as I believe we do have a timeout now called by Kelsey McInnes. 20-14 is your score. This time it's the Vikings with the big celebration as the girls check in with their coaches. So, nice to see. Yeah, another close game, but it is the Vikings who are in control right now as we near the end of this second set.
I think they're on a 5-0 run here potentially, so
Yeah.
timeout definitely needed by the Huskies here.
Mm-hmm.
Saw the last set they called a timeout. I think it resulted in a service out on the next point, so
Yeah.
we'll see if that happens again.
Mm-hmm. Is Taylor Williams, who you're right is on a 5-0 service run right now, so we'll keep an eye on her as we head back to play.
Last few points have all been Huskies airs, putting some of their hits into the net. So let's see if they maybe play a little more conservatively.
Yep.
Try and place some balls in the back corners as opposed to going for a
It's kind
big,
of
powerful hit.
Southern Victoria's strategy seems to be that, always electing for the safe play, and it's paying off this set, at least so far. Here's Williams again. That serve is good. Markey with the direct response. Dixon putting up for Callie St. Peter, and Aaliyah Purley with a hit from the Vikings side. Here's Josie Lawrence. Up for Hahn, who elects for the bump. Dixon over to St. Peter. Purley again with a hit back row. Culberson keeps that alive. Jade Shaw with the pass, and Markey will send that over. That goes out of bounds as Obey's hit, so timeout call pays off for Coach Kelsey McInnes. Here's Josie Lawrence. Her team down by 5. 15-20, late stages, but still within the realm of possibility for a good comeback here, and that will roll out of bounds.
Can't afford those serves missed when you're trying to come back.
Yeah, especially
Need every one.
not when your opponent is 5 points away and now 4 points away from victory. It's Callie St. Peter, Josie Lawrence fielding that. Orser at the front of the net, good send over, but Olivia Fillmore is there. Here's Ham with the pass. Orser over to Jade Shaw, looking back corner. Taylor Williams keeps that alive. Dixon to Aaliyah Purley. Lawrence again over to Jade Shaw for the setup, and Culberson from the back row sends it over. Fillmore is there. Dixon with the set. And Vikings, can't quite send that over. 21-16 is the score as Ellie Orser goes back to serve.
Yeah, Huskies got to be hoping for at least 3 or 4 here from Orser on this time.
Yeah, she is capable. She's got a strong service. Ooh. Diving play by Fillmore. Fielded out of bounds. So Orser gets one. 21-17 is the score. Here's Orser again. Nice serve. Fillmore again fielding. This time inbounds to Josie Lawrence. Jade Shaw puts that up. And Burgoyne opting for the volley over. Dixon was there. Here's Orser with the pass to Jade Shaw. Burgoyne again opting for a hit. Looking back row. Olivia Fillmore gets it to Allison Dixon. Obey with a big hit. Hallie Markey keeps that alive.
Ooh.
Big cross-court hit. Becca Hand.
Huskies needed that one.
Yep. Big energy coming from the bench. We'll see if that's another big momentum swinger for the Huskies. They tend to get a couple after these big plays. They could certainly use them. Here's Ellie Orser. Her team down by 3. Taylor Williams fielding that over to Dixon. Vikings scrambling, but they do send it over. Now it's the Huskies scrambling. Markey does send it over as the Huskies reset. Here's Dixon. Over to Pearly, who can't quite get it over. So some broken plays on both sides, but ultimately Huskies come away with it, and now it's the Vikings. Still up by 2, but calling a timeout. Coach Diana Allen getting her girls calmed down. Vikings need a win here to keep this game alive. As they drop the first one, a close back-and-forth affair. 26-24 was the score in favor of the Huskies, so Vikings need a win or they are done.
Yeah, the vibes have certainly changed here in the last 2 minutes. Huskies look dead in the water, down 20-14. They've gone on a little bit of run. You can probably hear the huddle.
Yep.
Right now, they're cheering loud.
Big energy. We do have some fans of both squads here in the bleachers for sure. I think just all the fans in general happy to see a good competitive game of volleyball here.
This might be the match of the day so far. Well, there's no question. It is the match of the day
I
so
would
far.
agree. There's Ellie Orser. Dixon keeps that alive. St. Peter from the back row. There's Josie Lawrence up to Jade Shaw. Burgoyne with the hit. Just out of reach of Taylor Williams. So 20-21. Ellie Orser could tie things up here. We said she needed 3 or 4, and she's done her bit. She's got them. Let's see if she can tie things up.
Oh.
Ooh, misfire there. Coming at just the wrong time for the Huskies. And look who it is serving for the green and gold. Adriana Obey.
Put her last one into the net. Hopefully she doesn't do that again.
It's a good serve, kept alive by Culberson, just misses the rafters. We're still in play. Here's Ellie Markey sending it over. Obey with the pass. Here's Allison Dixon setting it up. Olivia Fillmore for the rare hit. Fillmore doesn't hit often, but when she does, generally a winner.
Perfect placement right in that back corner.
23-20. This puts the Vikings within striking distance of the set. Big, just catches the top of the net. Big break for the Huskies potentially.
1 inch higher, and that would have been good.
Game of inches. Here's Becca Hand. Good service by Hand, fielded by the lib, Matea Pearly. Dixon over to Fillmore. Nice dig by Lawrence, keeping that alive. Sent back corner by Pearly. Dixon sending it over on the second hit. Here's Cataly St. Peter. Dixon again with the nice service. There's Fillmore, front of the net. Josie Lawrence keeping it alive. Great rally here from both sides. There's Culberson. Lawrence misfiring there. Tough break for the Huskies. It's a great sequence from both teams. So we have set point for the Vikings on the hands of Aaliyah Pearly.
Great net play there from Fillmore. 3 or 4 hits in a row.
Big service by Pearly, kept alive by Culberson. Burgoyne sending it by... Misplay there, a lift. Tough break. It's 25-21 is your score. We are going into a third set for the first time today here in the David McMullen Gymnasium. Third and final set will be played to 15.
Yeah, they'll play to 15. They'll play to 8 points, and then they'll switch benches halfway through just to ensure that each team has each side of the court equally.
Yeah, they got to be very, very formal with these official games. So we see captains Dixon and Markey going up for the coin toss.
Yeah, they do have a coin toss to start the third set to determine the first serve.
Yeah.
And they can pick sides as well. They usually just stay on the side they're on. But
Yeah. Decisions were made pretty quickly after that coin toss, so not sure if head referee Larry Boudreau got their decisions beforehand, but looks like everything has been decided.
definitely want to have that first serve. Put your best server out there and get you 3 or 4 points right off the bat.
Yep. In these 15-point sets, that's a huge difference. Should give a big thanks to our behind-the-scenes crew for this stream. Larry Boudreau has been keeping things all good. He's getting the thumbs up from the booth, so we know he's been doing well. He's been supported across the way by Aislinn Schreiber.
He hasn't missed too many calls today.
Big thanks to Holly Henry and Alice Vautour at the minor officiating table, as well as our behind-the-scenes crew. It's been Nolan Bongarier keeping you focused on all the right places with that camera work. Ashton Little pressing all the right buttons at the console, and Tiana Arnold keeping us up to date with that scoreboard. She's been working hard today, as this has been probably the highest scoring sets. The only ones to go into extra points so far, the only ones to go into a fifth set. Big thanks as well to Charlie Gregory, who's taken a well-earned break. He'll be back on the air for game number 5, which will be coming up soon, but not until we finish this one. Third and deciding set. 2 evenly matched teams. One aggressive, one kind of more focused on good technique.
And certainly in this final set, a berth in the Final Four could be on the line. So top 2 teams from today advance to next weekend. You would really like to win this match if you want to be in that Final Four next weekend.
Yep. Hartland 0-1 after their opening loss to Harvey, our hometown Lakers. Vikings are 1-0, having already defeated the Samuel de Champlain Jaguars. So a win here by the Vikings puts them firmly in the driver's seat for a first-place collision course with Harvey at around 7 p.m. A win by Hartland would muddy the waters and lead us into some interesting tie-break scenarios. So we'll see how things go. The ball is on the hands of Allison Dixon, captain of the Vikings. Fielded by Shaw. Over to Josie Lawrence for a nice hit. This could be big. Huskies get a lot of energy from that nice hit from Lawrence. Brooke Burgoyne will be first to serve for the Garnet and Gold.
Yeah, you want those positive vibes right off the bat in this short third set.
Yeah. Momentum can swing fast. Here's Burgoyne. Up to Purley. Aaliyah Purley, rather. Third hit from Aaliyah Purley. Can't quite get there. So up 2-0 early are the Huskies. Here's Burgoyne again. Ball is up and over. It's fielded by Fillmore. Callie St. Peter opting to send that directly over. Here's Shaw, and hit from Markey is inbounds. Fielded by Dixon. St. Peter over to Williams.
That's trouble.
Diving play from Burgoyne. Can't get there on time. Vikings are on the board. I don't know. From up here, it looks like it might have been going out of bounds, but those are hard to judge. I think Burgoyne made the right call.
I think it was going to hit right on the line in that corner.
Yep. Better safe than sorry for sure. Yeah. Here's Fillmore with a nice serve. That's kept alive by Culberson. Nice net front play by Callie St. Peter. Saw that the Huskies were a little out of position and opted to just send it directly back. We're all tied 2-2. Here's Olivia Fillmore. Catches the top of the net. Ball over to Ellie Markey as we do get it wiped down. Yeah. It's a bit of a muggy day out there and in here in the gymnasium as well. Here's Hallie Markey, captain for her Huskies. Sends it over nicely. Fillmore with the direct response. Jade Shaw gets there. Josie Lawrence with the pass, and Tessa Dickinson with the good hit. St. Peter, there's Jade Shaw, keeps it alive. Ellie Orser at the front of the net, sends it over. Callie St. Peter for Adriana Obey, looking back row. There's Christine Culberson, keeping it alive over to Jade Shaw. Orser with a nice hit. Falls underneath Fillmore. Huskies coming away after that good sequence. Back to Hallie Markey. Ball is up and over. Fielded up by Dixon. Callie St. Peter sending it direct. Dickinson keeping it alive for the Huskies. Ellie Orser sending it. Dixon with the pass. Callie St. Peter looks back corner. Culberson gets there. That's the bread and butter for those liberos. Jade Shaw puts it up. Lawrence with the pass. Ellie Orser, but we have a whistle. Larry Boudreau saw a double hit. Makes that call, and we are 3-4 now. Vikings down by 1. Taylor Williams had a nice 5-point run in that 5th set. Looks to recapture some of that magic. Ellie Orser over to Jade Shaw, who sends it direct on the second hit. Good heads-up play by Dixon. Hit by Aaliyah Purley. Nicely done by the Vikings to tie things up. Purley picked her spot right in the middle of the court. Sent it in front of the defenders. Here's Williams again. Good send by Williams.
Oh.
Markey keeps it alive and just out of bounds though. Tough break. That went all the way across court and just fell on the other side of the red line.
Yeah, I thought the Vikings were going to play that one. Smart decision not to, though.
Yeah, good discipline from the green and gold. Service by Williams again, fielded by Culberson, sent up by Jade Shaw. Dickinson with the good hit, direct response. Oh. Tough break as Dickinson elected not to play that, but it did fall in bounds, so Vikings with a 2-point lead now, 6-4.
I would tend to agree with Dickinson there. That one looked out from up here, but Ref Boudreau made the call, sticking to it.
Makes
Can't
the
change it
ultimate
now.
call. Dixon for the Vikings gets it to Callie St. Peter, sends it over. Here's Markey to Jade Shaw. Ellie Orser looking back corner. That's fielded by Fillmore. Callie St. Peter looking to catch the Huskies unaware, but catches instead the top of the net. So it's Josie Lawrence looking to tie things up. And as a reminder, this third and final set will only be played to 15. So team's already a third of the way there. Fielded by Dixon. Here's Williams, third hit by Dixon. Good dive to keep it alive, but that goes out of bounds. As Lawrence will get another. Ball is up, but not quite over. So that catches the top of the net there. So 7-6 is your score. Vikings with a slim lead. So we have Callie St. Peter back in the server's position. Ball is up and over. There's Josie Lawrence with the response. St. Peter puts it up. Williams again at the front of the net. And that has caught the net, so 7-7. We'll get one serve from Ellie Orser here, and then either way, I think we're switching sides no matter what happens. Here's Orser.
Oh.
Nice service. There's an ace. Ellie Orser put it right between the defenders as the girls get ready to switch sides. We are at the halfway point of this third and final set. If you're just joining us, the Huskies did take the first one by a score of 26-24. That was a great back and forth affair going into extra points. Vikings were successful in the second, taking that 25-21. And here we are with the Huskies, the slimmest of margins. So, the Woodstock game, we have an update from the senior boys who unfortunately dropped their game to Woodstock. That should put them in second position. Scores were 18-25 and 23-25 in favor of Woodstock both times. Big thanks to Charlie Gregory and Charlie's mom and Joe for keeping us up to date with those games. So, good luck to the senior boys as their next game will be a playoff game, a winner-go-home type affair. But in the meantime, we've got some volleyball left to play here. Ellie Orser looking to extend this 1-point lead. Big wind-up and service is out of bounds. Smart play by Williams there for the Vikings. Adriana Obey. Capable of a run. We'll see what she's got here. There's Jade Shaw, puts it over for Brooke Burgoyne, fielded by Dixon. Fillmore putting it up. Dixon sending it over back row. Culberson is there. Jade Shaw for Tessa Dickinson. Looking corner. Williams to St. Peter. Vikings scrambling, but they do send it over. There's Markey over to Jade Shaw. Markey with the back row hit. Callie St. Peter keeps that alive.
Oh.
Bit of miscommunication there. Both Fillmore and Olivia Fillmore and Aaliyah Purley going up for that ball at the same time. Neither one making clean contact. So 9-8 is your score as Tessa Dickinson goes back to serve for the Huskies. Good service from Dickinson, fielded by St. Peter. Matea Purley from the libero position over to Dixon, who sends it over. Set up from Jade Shaw. Brooke Burgoyne opts volley. Fielded by Dixon to Fillmore. Back to Dixon. Good dig by Lawrence. Shaw keeps it alive, and Burgoyne will send it just over. Oh, hit the top of the net and just snuck over. Fillmore couldn't quite react in time. Those are tough. Those balls that just kind of ride along the top of the net before falling.
Not much you can do on that one.
Yeah. 10-8 now. Huskies with a 2-point lead. Big serve by Dickinson, fielded by Matea Purley, over to Aaliyah Purley. Dixon sends it over. Here's Dickinson, over to Shaw. Markey with a big hit, nicely done. Picks her spot well, gets in front of the libero. So we have a timeout called by coaches Diana Allen, Benjamin D, and Wendy Dixon. I think it's fair calling this an upset as Southern Vic comes into this as the top seed in the West. Hartland finished below them, so we can assume they lost to them at least some point in the regular season. But as the 2 seed in the West, they would certainly be happy with a big victory here.
Certainly. Vikings just going to try and calm their team down here in this timeout. Hope that the Huskies maybe miss a serve here. They're only 4 points away, so you get 2 timeouts in this third and final set. So may as well use them if you got a chance.
Yeah, almost certainly. We'll
Can't
see
take
a
them
few
home
more
with
of
you.
those. Definitely not. And they are not redeemable at the canteen, unfortunately.
No. Or the ice cream shack.
Nice hit by Fillmore, sent back row. Dickinson is there. Here's Jade Shaw. Markey with a big hit. That's out of bounds. Tough break for the Huskies. As it's Aaliyah Purley for the Vikings getting the ball. Her team trails by 2 now. 11-9 is your score. Ball is up and over. Dickinson from the back row. Jade Shaw puts it up. Brooke Burgoyne sends it back. There's Allison Dixon. Fillmore puts it up. Dixon again, and that will go out of bounds. Markey got hands on it in front of the net. Looked for the block, but I think that was Fillmore who hit it. Put it just at the wrong side. So Aaliyah Purley could tie things up here. Team down 10-11 in this 15-point set. Josie Lawrence over to Burgoyne, sending it over. Matea Purley with the pass. Dixon sent it up for Fillmore. Looks for a second row hit. There's Jade Shaw, sends it over. Aaliyah Purley with the dive, still alive. Fillmore, nice play by the Huskies, keeping that alive. Shaw sent it up again. Here's Markey again. Punches it by Fillmore. 12-10, great sequence from both teams. Fillmore's been dangerous all night from the net front, or all day rather. But Markey gets the better of her there, punches it by. Jade Shaw now. Nice service. St. Peter over to Matea Purley. Fillmore sends it over on 3. Here's Culberson. Jade Shaw putting it up. Back set for Josie Lawrence. Matea Purley gets that. Aaliyah Purley sending it over, or sending it up rather, for Allison Dixon. Here's Jade Shaw, third hit, looking back corner. Aaliyah Purley is there. Allison Dixon over to Fillmore, but that's still alive. Another good sequence here. Allison Dixon to Fillmore. Brooke Burgoyne, good net front play. Keeping that alive. Tessa Dixon looks back corner. Matea Purley is there. Allison Dixon and Fillmore at the front of the net, but she touches the net. Tough break. One of the best sequences we've seen. And Huskies come away with the point. 13-10. They're in the driver's seat. Here's Jade Shaw. Tough break. That catches the net and bounces back. So it's Allison Dixon. We're already all the way through the service order. Her team down by 2. Good service.
Oh.
Culberson puts it up, but that misses the rafters. Just barely. Still alive. Here's St. Peter to Fillmore, looking second level. Jade Shaw is there. Josie Lawrence with the setup. Markey looking second level. There's Fillmore. Good dive by Markey, keeping that alive. Brooke Burgoyne will send it over as the Huskies reset. It's Callie St. Peter. Over to Taylor Williams, out of bounds. We have set point for the Huskies. 14-11 is your score. Big energy from all sides. Or, well, mostly the Huskies side, I should say. Focus from the Vikings.
Match point. Can the Huskies close it out for the win?
Brooke Burgoyne had a 4-point run in the first set. See if she can repeat some of that magic. Allison Dixon fielding. Nice move by Markey. Oh, kept alive. Great net front play by Callie St. Peter. Markey looking for another big hit. Finds the back corner. Huge play by the Huskies. Markey, the captain, finishing that off with style. As 15-11 is your final score. What a play. Definitely the game of the day so far.
Yeah, and you love to see it on a nice play like that. The Vikings scrambled, kept it alive off the net. Huskies got it. Bump set. Markey, the big kill for the win.
Yeah, but you're right. She wouldn't even had that opportunity had, I think it was Callie St. Peter wearing number 15, not kept it alive with 3 hits at the front of the net there. So either way, very entertaining affair. Congratulations to both teams. Hard-fought effort, but a Hartland win, which I think we can fairly call an upset. Will definitely muddy the waters. But definitely falling favorably for the Lakers now, who just have to take care of business against the Sam Desham Jaguars. And with that, actually, yeah, if they go up 3-0, every other team will have lost. I think that puts them firmly in the driver's seat for a first seeding.
Yes, it would.
As they get set. So we'll thank everyone before we take a quick break. Holly Henry and Alice Vautour were our minor officials. It was Larry Boudreau up in the head referee chair, supported by Aislinn Scriver on the far sideline. Big thanks to the opposing coaches, Diana Allen, Benjamin D, and Wendy Dixon from Southern Victoria, as well as Kelsey McInnes and Sarah Lord for Hartland. Nolan Bongarrier was operating our camera for this game. Ashton Little at the control booth. And it was Tiana Arnold who was keeping track of the score for us. So big thanks to all of them. Thanks to you, Mr. Fletcher.
Yes.
Entertaining game for sure.
Yes, thank you, Mr. White. Great showing by both teams. Our next match probably going to start in about 15 to 20 minutes. It had 2 o'clock on the schedule, but it'll probably be closer to 1:45, I would think, between Samuel de Champlain and our Harvey Lakers. See you then.